Ohio State offense set its plan in stone today at practice. While the Buckeyes' silver bullet defense, they will face a challenge unlike any one they have faced so far this season. The defense's mission is always to affect the quarterback's play. Disrupting what Colt McCoy wants to do will be difficult. They got him back in 2006 down in Texas when the rookie was green. Now he's the star of the Texas offense, leading rusher, incredibly accurate thrower, a Heisman finalist who directed an attack that totaled 400 yards in 11 of their 12 games this year.
But Colt does everything well. I mean, it's hard to simulate 80% completions and great decisions, and you know, I don't think you can underestimate his speed and strength.
I remember it being the redshirt freshman in his second ball game against Troy Smith, who is really good and up for the Heisman, and that is not usually going to work out like you want it to.
Compared to Texas, Ohio State could have twice as many signal callers in the game at any given time. Todd Beckman and Terrell Pryor. Coach Tressell confirmed today that will happen at some point. We know Pryor is young, but the Longhorns think he's also like Young, as in Vince Young. But the former UT QB didn't start until his third year in the program.
Well, Vince redshirted, so it's a little bit different, and I would think that Terrell may be further along right now than Vince. Vince could run, but we'd have to go back and look at it. I'm not sure we were at 63% completion at that time.
The time between the end of the regular season and the bowl game was not entirely set aside for figuring out Texas's tendencies in the video room. Jim Tressell and the coaches spent a great deal of time working on next year, tying up recruiting loose ends.
You know, you constantly keep up with what you're allowed to do, and you know, hopefully you hear from them. You know, and you're allowed to mail and email, but you're not allowed to call and those kinds of things. So you try to keep a steady base, but I have a lot of confidence in the kids we're recruiting.
A one-hour special edition of Buckeye Blitz is scheduled for 7 p.m. on Saturday night. All the week's news from right here in the Valley of the Sun to prepare you for Monday's game. Plus, Don Tiberi looks back at the Buckeyes' lack of success in big games the past few years. Not a pleasant trip. A couple of firsts for the Ohio State basketball team. They are coming off their first loss of the season. We'll have to see how they respond to that. And the first time playing against a conference opponent. It comes